Hello students, welcome to the My Dream the India's first ever e-learning educational platform where each and every topic will be taught by the concept of what, why and how. So guys, today we are going to start a new chapter of class 10 whose name is coordinate geometry. So guys, this is the chapter number 9. In this chapter, CBSE exam 2021 where syllabus is reduced. So what are the concept is asked in the examination. Before that, we are started with our concept what is coordinate geometry. So guys, first of all here a word comes geometry. So geometry means any figure which can be drawn. So, if any figure which can be drawn is in geometry, then how can we draw any figure? So, to draw any figure with a specific dimension, we use coordinate geometry. We define points, we define line segments, we define lines and so on. So, coordinate geometry is a branch of mathematics where we particularly specify the position of the points which leads in line segment, any specific geometry like circles and so on. So this is the basic, this is the foundation part of the all the geometric related chapters. So in class 10 syllabus, we are discussing the foundation of the coordinate geometry. First of all, a question arises in students' mind, why we study coordinate geometry? So guys, in daily life, many things is based on the concept of coordinate geometry. If you are using Ola cabs, you are using many different likes Zomato, delivery boy path is discovered in your mobile. It means if delivery boy moves like that in your mobile, the path will be like that. How it is possible? It is possible due to coordinate geometry because there are many software where he connected with the internet and describe its position at a particular situation. So, to describe its position, we use concept of coordinate geometry. Secondly, if you use Google Map, in Google Map you write, I am going to go, say, Delhi from Jaipur. So, Google Map says the distance between two cities is approximately 324 kilometers. So, how this distance is calculated at first? So, guys, here coordinate geometry is used. Another example, longitude and latitude of the earth. The earth rotates around the sun. So, what is the position of its latitude and longitude? It's all described by the concept of what? Yes, coordinate geometry. There are many uses of coordinate geometry in daily life as well as in research life. So, this is the most important topic if you want to research any type of situation, any type of position of the object. So, keep watching and keep learning properly. Now, how we discuss coordinate geometry. So guys, first of all, we all know that we introduce the chapter. So here again the introduction parts will be covered. After that, we define some terminology used in this chapter. What is the Cartesian plane? What is the coordinate axis? Some students are also know about it because It is studied in class 9 also. But we will revise them. Then after we will move towards the main topic of this chapter, whose name is distance formula and section formula. Guys, distance formula, Jaipur to Delhi, how we calculate distance due to its positions and distance formula. So, in this syllabus, if you are taking NCERT syllabus, there are area of triangle is also present, but in reduced syllabus, area of triangle is not discussed. So guys, now we are going to start our chapter whose name is coordinate geometry. What is the coordinate geometry? It is a branch of mathematics which describe the position of any object and why we use the coordinate geometry. So we discuss many uses of the coordinate geometry. So now what are the introduction part of the coordinate geometry? So guys, first of all, we are discussing some important terms. Some important terms. First term is Cartesian coordinate system. What is the Cartesian coordinate system? So guys, in this system, first of all, we have to know about the two lines which are mutually perpendicular to each other. These lines makes a system, a plane, which is known as a Cartesian coordinate system. So first of all, we understand it. There are two perpendicular lines like that, which is perpendicular to each other at 90 degrees. And this point of intersection is known as O, which is origin. And we represented it like that: x, x dash, y and y dash. So here two lines. First line is x dash o x, y dash o y. So these two lines are known as coordinate axis. These are known as what? These are known as coordinate axis, where individually x dash o x is known as x axis and y dash o y known as y axis. You already studied these things. So now what are the different things which you know about it? So this is the first part. This plane is known as xy plane, which is known as Cartesian plane. Which is known as what? Cartesian plane. So guys, this is the coordinate system, a Cartesian coordinate system. Now here some relations in values. Ox represents values of x which is positive. X will be positive here. Y is also positive. Here x is negative, y is positive. Both are negative, x and y. And here x positive, y negative. Now you thinking that what do you mean by positive and negative? So guys, now we are going to start with position of a point. It means if we define a position, we have to categorize it, we have to represent it. How we represent the position of a point in Cartesian plane? Here we follows a specific rule. Guys, first of all, to locate a position of a point, if we are discussing in 2D plane, we have to mention its two coordinates. And if we are discussing in space 3D, so we have to describe it three components. So in our syllabus, we discuss only about 2D geometry, 2D plane. So we only define two components of the position of a point. So guys, this is our reference plane, which is known as Cartesian plane, and you already discussed it in class 9th. Now again we recall the second thing, which is coordinates of a point, which is what? Coordinate of a point. Now again, for coordinates of a point, we draw two perpendicular lines, which is x-axis, which is y-axis. Say P be the any point in the plane like that. Now, how we define its position? So, our reference point is origin. If we draw geometry like that, we can say that we move some distance from O to along the x-axis, and we have to move some distance in about the x-axis. So here two distances are covered. So here we name it like that. Suppose that we move x units from O2 through P towards P in the direction of x-axis, and then we move y in the direction of y-axis towards point P. So coordinates of P becomes open bracket x comma y, where x is known as x coordinate of point P and y is known as y coordinate of point P. So this is the position of the point. Now, if we discuss some properties here, we can say that on x-axis, y coordinates always be 0 because here we cannot move in the y direction, and on y-axis, x coordinate will be 0. It means on x-axis, the point of any point, the coordinates of any point will be in the form of a comma 0, and on y-axis, this is in the form of 0 comma b. So this is the main part, and the coordinates of the origin is 0 comma 0 because we do not move towards x-axis and as well as towards y-axis. So here coordinates of point O becomes what? 0 comma 0. And second point is what? If we move towards x-axis from the origin in the right hand direction, so coordinates of x will be considered as positive, and we move upwards, then y coordinate is also positive. If we move left hand side from the origin, x will be negative. Again, we move towards y in positive direction, then it will be positive. Third quadrant, both are negative. Fourth quadrant, x coordinate will be positive and y coordinate negative. We write this like that: 1, 2, 3, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, 1, 2, 3, minus 1, minus 2, and minus 3. These are the concepts which is discussed in class 9 also. So don't be panic here. We all things discussed in class what? 9. Now, this distance or x coordinate of point is known as abscissa and y coordinate is known as ordinate of the point P. So, distance is not the coordinate. Distance, this distance is ordinate and this distance is abscissa. So, distance is known as abscissa and ordinate. So guys, this is the basic part which we recall here, because this is the foundation part which will know about the chapter. Now, what are the concepts discussed in this chapter? First of all, we locate some position of the points. After that, we move towards the conceptual part of this chapter. Now, draw point P 1, 2, Q minus 3, 3, R minus 4, minus 3, and S 1, 4, minus 2. So guys, now here we draw these two lines, which is x-axis and y-axis. This is our origin, and we draw naming 1, 2, 3, 4, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, and minus 4. Now, we have to locate point P. It means 1. We move 1 unit distance in x direction and 2 unit distance in y direction. We get this is point P whose coordinates is 1, 2. Now again minus 3, 3. In x we have to move minus 3 towards and 3. We get point Q whose coordinates is minus 3, 3. Now R is minus 4 and minus 3. Now we have to move downwards direction. This is becomes R minus 4, minus 3, and S is 4, minus 2. So this is as 4, minus 2. So guys, this is the main concept to draw the position of any point in the Cartesian plane. This is known as first quadrant. This is known as second quadrant, third quadrant, and fourth quadrant. You already know about it. So guys, now the introduction part of this chapter is covered, where we discussed why we study coordinate geometry, how we study coordinate geometry, and what are the systems used in this chapter. So guys, in this chapter you have know about the properties of 2D figures like rectangle, square, rhombus, and many more. Because in some questions the concepts are also used here. So now in the second lecture, where we discuss the distance formula. So after completing this lecture, we revise all the things. Now you can get a homework question. Locate point A minus 4 comma 3 point B 3 by 2 comma minus 1 by 2 point C minus 5 by 2 comma 3 by 4 and point D 4 by 5 comma 9 by 4 by minus 4 by 5 comma minus 9, and also find the abscissa and ordinates of these points. So guys, first of all, here we discuss the abscissa and the ordinate. So for point P, if we written abscissa as small a and ordinate as small o, so distance of x becomes a1 and distance y becomes 2. The abscissa becomes 1 and ordinate becomes 2. Here, the distance from 0 to minus 3 is 3. So abscissa becomes 3 and ordinate also becomes 3. Here abscissa becomes 4, ordinate becomes 3. Here abscissa becomes 4 and ordinate becomes 2. You have to know that the abscissa and ordinates are the distances with respect to origin. So guys, myself Girish Kumar Jain is now signing off. Until we meet again, keep learning, keep watching with the My Dream. Bye bye, take care. Thank you.